Hi, Ice Jacob here coming at you with the newest Smite tier list patch 3.24 actually. Not much has changed. They really didn't do anything. No, none of the gods have really been moved. Mercury actually got moved though. Mercury's S now. I believe we'll be seeing a lot of him at Worlds because of the cleanse on his slow and his ridiculous damage. Tier got promoted up to S simply because of his new buff, which allows him to have stance switch at level 0, which means he doesn't have to put any single ranks into it, which means he gets online faster. He's able to clear at level 2, which he was never able to do before. So he's not going to have very much trouble in the solo lane anymore. In fact, he's probably going to be maybe up there with like the top picks, I'd say, at the very least. Kali buffs were a couple patches ago, but they're still relevant. I haven't seen anybody do anything with her yet, but I have a feeling that somebody's gonna eventually pull her out at Worlds, especially with her being able to pick her target now and being able to just kill them. And the argument that I hear about some people is Kali like, oh well, now her target knows that they're her target, so they're gonna just play safe. No, you can't play safe in a game like this. You can't like just let the enemy team get ahead because you're scared. If you do that, you lose the game. Simple as that. So 100% a buff. There's nothing about that. Scylla didn't need a buff. She got a buff anyway. I moved her from A to A plus. She could honestly go up to here. I'm gonna sit her right there, right for now until MLC Stealth shows me otherwise, and he wins another world championship with this god. Cupid's up higher. Chalk is up higher because of the ult buff now. Um, Very good pick, and his damage is now relevant all game instead of just early game. What else happened? Nothing really changed at all. Erlong got buffed. Um, so this is a normal conquest tier list, right? If this was a solo tier list, he'd be up here, right? He's without a doubt 100% the best solo lane god in the game right now because you in the solo lane you max your mink, right? He's a solo lane god, so you max your mink, and now your mink gives you hasten fatalis, so it does more damage. Well, it doesn't do more damage. It gives you attack speed and hasten fatalis now. So that's where he'd be if this is a solo lane tier list. But it's not. It's a normal conquest tier list. He plays other roles too, and based off of his other roles, he's about S plus still. Nobody's done anything about Raw. The reason Raw's so strong and prevalent in the meta right now is because he combos with everybody. He's very safe. His healing is bonkers. You can build anti-heal, but that doesn't stop out of combat healing, which is probably the strongest thing in the meta right now. Is out of combat healing is starting a fight, exiting the fight, healing up, and then re-engaging. That's why you pick Raw. His ult does as much damage as Scylla ult. It's up a lot faster. His one does insane amount of damage now that it went from like 70% scaling to 80% scaling, something like that. His two gives him great peel. It blinds you. That's a very unique CC that only two people have. He's good. There's absolutely 100%. He is an S plus. If you don't think he's an S plus, then you probably aren't high enough rank in this game to understand, and I feel sorry for you. Giannis is still S plus because they haven't done anything to him. He's still the dropship. He still moves his entire team from one lane to the next in a matter of seconds. He still one shots people, and he still has the most mobility in the game. Camzots is still up here because he has insane healing. He has insane burst damage. He's ridiculous. Uh, what else? Oh, Terra. So Terra got quote unquote nerfed uh, two patches ago, where her ult went from 100 seconds to 110-second cooldown. Now, what this does is it makes Terra wait 10 more seconds before she does the things that she already did, which means there's still no reason not to pick this character because out of combat healing with a 10-second what do you call that rock? I don't know the name of the ability. Her third ability, the giant rock that heals you. Totally forgot it. But That heal is ridiculous. She has a stun, she has mobility, and she gives your entire team full cooldown and free cast. Ugh. Who Yi got buffed to two patches ago? It was 2 or 3 patches ago. His ult is 20% slow. Ranks up to 40% with if you have a if your target is marked, it's 40%. Nothing's been done to Fafnir in a while. Freya's S because you can't box Freya in lane after she gets Hasten Fatalis. You can camp her, but she'll still get online because she gets plenty of solo farm unless you camp her and only her. And in that case, the rest of the team gets ahead because you're only camping one character. Agni's still doing good. Bacchus would be S, but after the nerf to his ult, going from 8 seconds of intoxication to 6 seconds of intoxication, yeah, he moved down 1 rank. Everybody else is fine. Khepri buff didn't do anything. Khepri's still an ult bot. He doesn't do anything except ult unless your team's really far ahead. That's the only scenario that he's actually good in. His peel is okay, I guess. His protections in team fights is really good. But at the same time, he has to be kind of a backline support like Geb. But Geb does that a lot better because Geb can also initiate and he can't initiate. So he's not moving up anywhere. Ymir's passive puts him in S+. If you didn't know, if you're affected by Frostbite, which 3 out of 4 of his abilities applies Frostbite, you do 10% less damage. That is such a good support passive. Nee's still A. Thoth is A+. You kind of have to build a team around him, but because of his insane raw damage, which is about Scylla level, I definitely moved him down from S+. Even after the buff, I realized that was a little ridiculous because he doesn't have any CC immunity like a Scylla does or a Giannis does or Ra does when it comes to ulting. So he can get picked a lot easier. All that junk. Everything's the same. Hell's still garbage. They nerfed her healing a long time ago. If you pay attention to the patch notes, that was like a year and a half ago. So her heal does 10, 30, 20% less than it used to do off of magical scaling. Again, she has to put herself out of position to do damage. She is not good. Stop picking Hell. Loki is not good either. He just split pushes. Or if he actually gets kills on people, then people need to start learning how to play against Loki. Because it's not the hardest thing in the world. After the Hades buff... Oh, yeah, Hades got buffed. A+. Or A. He's fine. You can pick him in solo, kind of. He still kind of loses matchups to most warriors, but he has some really good matchups, like Bellona, like Nike, actually. Oh, Nike isn't actually available on the tier list website yet, but she'd be A, if you were wondering. They nerfed, after this patch where they nerfed her ult and her passive, she still has bonkers damage with her triple cudgel, but besides that, there's not much reason to pick her. So that's actually about everything. That's all the changes. Not much really happened in the past 2 patches. So keep this in your mind. This is the tier list. Again, you can play any god you want. Tier lists don't matter that much. It's just how strong a god currently is in the meta. But let's say my Hebo's like the best T-bow in the game, and you're playing Erlong, but your Erlong sucks. I'm probably still gonna... Never mind, that's a bad example. Never mind, that's a bad example. If your Raijin still sucks, and my Hebo's like the best Hebo in the game, I'm probably gonna win. Like, that's the problem with tier lists, is Smite is situational. You win some, you lose some. Maybe you're just a better player than other people in where you are right now, or wherever you're queuing. So you just win with characters, and you feel like they should be stronger, but this isn't really like based off of your skill tier. This is based off of really SPL showings and like people who get money to play this game. Like people who are so good at this game, they get money to play it. That's what this tier list is based off of, and that's what most of them are running right now. Anyway, this is Icy Jacob, hoping you learned something, and I'm signing off.